I would start off by saying that kind of jumping back to 2015. 2015 was rough for all of us when her mom felt really sick of, I guess, would it be considered pre-existing condition, and it just kind of really took effect. Not pointing fingers at anybody or anything like that, but
I guess. I mean, she was
something was
stubborn.
yeah, she was definitely stubborn and was
So,
pre-existing. From our guess, it was due to a brown recluse spider bite years prior.
and she's went to the doctors and stuff before, but it was really no help.
Right. So her mom passed away September 11th, 2015.
Yeah.
Um, it took a toll on her. Took a toll on her dad. Um, um, so it was a thing of depression and trying to get through the emotions, the feelings. And Lizzie's not the one to really like to show emotions, so she just kind of plays it off. But then at the end of the night, I know of it. She would essentially cry herself to sleep because it's. I haven't lost a parent, but I'm sure it's heartbreaking. Um, so fast forward to 2017 when we split up. I did a lot of praying. I did a lot of mentoring, or talked to a lot of mentors and people within the church and within my environment, and kind of really asked God what I needed to do because our relationship actually was starting to go downhill, and there was just no. Is it safe to say there was no emotions there? It was just kind of. It just kind of.
Well, I
I
don't know how I guess you describe it as it
I
was
felt
just
numb.
yeah.
Yeah, if our relationship just felt very numbing, didn't feel like it was going anywhere. It just became stale, and it was just we were present. That's what we did. Um, so after a lot of prayer, a lot of consideration, a lot of talking to many people in my life, I felt that it was necessary by God's command to end the relationship, and that wasn't easy. That was rough because I I will say I've had multiple relationships in the past, but this one, our relationship when we separated was very mature. We actually talked it out, kind of talked the faults and what was wrong.
Okay.
Um, I found out that there was a lot of things that I was doing, and she didn't tell me because we did. At that time, I realized that we had a huge communication issue, and if there's one thing that people ask me or even ask her how we do so well. It's just we communicate. That's like the biggest advice that somebody will give you, even like marriage counselors.
Mm-hmm.
You pay this ridiculous amount of money for marriage counselors, and realistically, it starts with communication. If you don't communicate, you're two individual people. You don't have telepathic um, uh,
Yeah, and I will
ability.
say just to I would say a note to those who are grieving or whatnot. One, you want in any relationship. This just goes for any relationship. This part I want to say is you have to create a a safe place. Have your relationship be your safe place for each other, and have that openness and be at that mature level to be able to talk to one another and talk things out. But I guess on a note to those who are grieving or experiencing grief, it is very difficult to um, focus on your relationship and then want to be happy for the other person, and then that way you're not trying to be happy for yourself. And that's one thing I really struggled with. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this for him because he wants to see me happy. I'm gonna keep doing this for him. And also I created or had him as my source of happiness for such a long time. I went to him to be happy and have
I
this
kind of became an idol.
happy relationship. Yeah. So our relationship and him as a boyfriend kind of became that. It became a distraction from let's go out, let's do this, and then just like a distraction to what I was feeling. So when we split, I am so grateful for that time because I didn't have him to rely on, and that's a big burden to put on someone to be a source of happiness. and I didn't have him to rely on and be my source of happiness, then I really had to turn to God. And I remember going to church with my Nana Gloria that next Sunday, or that weekend, that Sunday, and I just went to the altar, and the woman who was speaking to me said, I just feel God saying, just be still, be still. And I needed to be still in him because I still had a lot of anger and a lot of hurt from my mom's passing and stuff to go through and work through. And so, excuse me, I kind of used that time to grow and realize God is my source of happiness. And my resolution for that year was to make God number one. So he really works in mysterious ways and works in ways that we don't understand until after. So I'm really grateful for that, and realized, I was able to go to God as my Abba Father and just lay it all out on my anger, on my hurt, and what I'm feeling. And, through that time, I prayed constantly, God, if I'm not supposed to love him, take this love away from me, and this and that. But I was really able to focus on my relationship with God and other things I was going through at the time and healing. So I encourage you, if you are single or if you did go through a split or whatnot, just pray and grow closer to God and heal whatever you need to heal first. And then it makes your relationship with others so much better, because I even wrote this in like a blog post I had written, hurting people hurt people. So heal your own hurt so you can be healthy for yourself and allow God to use you, and then be a blessing to others. That's what my big takeaway from that was. That was a long story. I'm sorry.
That was a long note. That was a long note. That was a blog post. Anyways, yeah. So we split on God's command. It's just something that I felt like we needed to reconnect with God as we lost connection with each other. And one thing we've learned in marriage class is you can't have this if you don't have this.
Yeah.
So we didn't have that, so therefore we lost this. And fast forward some time, so from July to, it was July because it was before dirt camp.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and so it was July. It was like the end of July.
Mid-July.
Right. Fast forward to December. She texted me and she told me Merry Christmas, and I don't know, something from there. She texted me certain holidays, Happy Thanksgiving, whatever the case may be. Just quick messages, and I said, hey, thanks, and likewise, whatever, and that was it. But something told me to keep going on with this relationship, this conversation. So we talked for quite some time that night via text message. And then I think it was it January or February? Well, first of all, let me go back a little bit. When we split up, I told her I don't know what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah.
Either we're going to fully split or break up, or we're going to get back together. And if that's the case, and we hope for that, I don't know when. So go back to January now, or fast forward to January now, and
January
of 2018.
Of 2018.
Of 2018, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I told her, let's do a checkup. Let's see where we are. And so we did. We ended up going to Krispy Kreme. Hashtag not sponsored. We went to Krispy Kreme. We talked it through, and I noticed a little bit of a change in her. I sensed independence. I sensed a reconnection with God. There was just something different, and I liked it so much. I asked for a second checkup, and this time, I had to step up my game a little bit from Krispy Kreme. Went to Taco Bell. Hashtag not sponsored.
Only your two favorite places in the world.
Oh my gosh, it is the best. Just the best.
Oh my Lord.
It is the best. Alright, daydreaming. Where was I? Oh yeah, Taco Bell.
Our second date.
Yeah, our second meetup was Taco Bell. And still I don't know if I was playing hard to catch or hard to get. No, hard to get, because I could tell on her face, like, okay, what are we going to do? Like, she's, like, I don't know.
I don't think you were.
Yeah,
experiencing
I was
it.
playing hard to get.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you were just
No,
waiting
put your
on
head down.
God. We were both waiting on God.
Okay, so anyways, I was trying to wait for God to give me a command again. I was paying close attention. One thing she can testify to is I do very well with listening, in that sense. When I feel something, I don't wait on it. I assure myself that that's exactly what He wants me to do, and then I do it without hesitation. So 2 weeks before we got back together, I started feeling this thing inside of me, this nudge again, the same nudge that I felt when breaking up, but I can't break up with her again because
We weren't even back together.
no, that's what I'm saying. I can't break up if I'm not with somebody. That'd be weird.
Okay. Anyway.
I felt this nudge, and 2 weeks now go past. Now we're landing on July 14th in the late evening. I'm dropping her off. I don't even know where we went. We went somewhere.
No, it was Boogie's graduation. You asked me if I want to go to Boogie's graduation. I was like, yeah, I'll go. So I ended up like spending the whole evening because Boogie, the whole family, after dating someone for so long, becomes like your own family.
Yeah, by the time we split up, it was 5 years.
Yeah, we were like 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, it was about 6 years together, and his family basically became my family. I went on dates with his mom while we were split, and she helped me through everything. And so we started talking again for like that whole half of the year. So yeah,
we were kind of going back and forth a little bit,
communicating and
reconnecting.
Yeah, reconnecting that
that's
friendship
yeah,
that we had there.
That's what we didn't have. We jumped straight into relationship. We didn't even create.
No, we had a friendship. We had somewhat of friendship first.
Somewhat.
Anyway, so we reconnected our friendship, and then so anyways went to his little brother's graduation.
Come here.
And I ended up.
Oh wait. Oh. Lay down.
Ended up going to. Okay, we gotta edit this part out because you got me stuttering. She's fine. Leave her. Gosh.
There you go.
So
Boogie's graduation.
Yes, went to Boogie's graduation. Went to dinner after that, and spent like 6 hours with him and his family that evening. And then came home, said our goodbyes. But then, did you even ask to kiss me, or you just kissed me?
Yeah, so I came to drop her off, and we were in the front.
Yeah.
In the driveway, and I get out of the car. Usually I don't get out of the car, but I got out of the car this time around and went around, and I was hugging her, and I had this like butterfly feeling in my stomach.
It was
I was
hard
hugging
to let
her
go.
for a really long time, so she's like holding on to me as well. And my heart starts racing, and I just said, you know what? Screw it. And I kissed her. And she backed off. She goes, no, you have to tell me. You have to ask me. Do you want to be... what was the question?
Okay, so at first he was like, was it okay that I just did that?
Oh, yeah.
And
after the fact.
Yeah, you were like,
was it okay
that I just did that? I was like, yeah, that's fine, but you gotta ask me to be your girlfriend this time. Like, he didn't really ask me to be his girlfriend in person the first time around. I was like, so you gotta ask me to be your girlfriend. You gotta say, Elizabeth Christine Gutierrez, will you be my girlfriend? I go, I want to hear those words this time around. So
yeah, so then I asked her. She said yes.
Yeah.
Thank God. Because that would have been super embarrassing
Yeah.
had I done that. And then she said no. And I think this time around, I think I asked your dad too. Because the first time I didn't ask to take you out. I think the second time around I did.
Yeah.
I forgot when though. So anyways.
You messaged him.
Did I?
You did. You messaged him. I remember you said something about, maybe we'll have a cigar one of these days, and you guys have yet to share this together. But that's besides the point.
So yeah, we go to so there's that, and then that was June, and at that point I knew that I'm marrying her. We'll just jump through to
March. March,
no,
when you bought the ring?
I started planning in October.
Oh, that's right.
A proposal, reaching out to My photography teacher in high school. I started reaching out to different people, started coming up with ideas. I'm not even going to get into the details the ideas I had. I had a new idea every single day, but it just wasn't going to work because she's really good at figuring out surprises. I don't know if it's just her or if it's women in general, but I can't tell anybody anything for any reason if I want to do a surprise. Otherwise, she finds out. And I can't say anything that hints a surprise because she'll figure it out. It got to the point where I told her, I'm just going to give you the ring. I'm not even going to ask you. It's just, here.
Yeah.
Yes or no? All right, fine. So planned a proposal, and then it was March.
Yeah.
Early March, late February, early March. We went to the jewelry. My mom and I went to the jewelry store. I purposely left my ring, I purposely left my wallet or my credit cards and stuff like that. Let me start that over. I purposely left my credit cards at home so that way I didn't impulse buy. But I took my mom to make sure I didn't impulse buy. But I can't impulse buy if I don't have any money. So that was the thought, and somehow I still walked out with the ring. Don't know. We were there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and looked at every single ring on the shelf, and I kept going back to this one, and I had an idea on how I wanted the ring and how she wanted the ring, so I was gonna design it, but why design it if it's already made? So saved me a lot of money, a lot of time. Then fast forward to June. If you click on the video, I think up in this corner, this little pop-up. That'll be
see what you did there.
Yeah. That'll be the proposal video, so you can see how I ended up doing that production. I had some kids from the church help me out, some family help me out, and she thought we were filming for her nonprofit, which we still got to reshoot that.
It's cool.
And it kind of was a little bit of a plot twist on her end.
Yeah.
So you can watch that, and then proposal, and then everything happened. Or proposal happened, and then a couple weeks after, once we started wedding planning and stuff like that, I tragically lost my uncle. At the same time, I also was going through some family issues. And so, fast forward to wedding day, March 7th. We don't have those pictures yet, and I don't have the video yet, so that is still a ways to come. But that's kind of the rundown, and here we are now.
2 weeks into being married.
2 weeks of being married. And our first crisis of our marriage is this virus.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Now we are literally stuck together right now because we can't go anywhere.
Yay!
Long Beach is locked down.
California's locked down.
California's locked down.
Yeah.
So that's kind of it. We just kind of wanted to jump on here to kind of share our story.
Our kind of long testimonial
Long,
story.
short story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think that's it.
That's it. And yeah, God works in mysterious ways. That's for sure. Throughout our relationship. So.
I see the hair on your face.
It is not on my face.
Yeah, your hair. The hair on this one?
Is it? Oh wait, let me take my glasses off, dude.
Got it.
Seriously? Why did that grow there?
I don't know. Okay, we can say bye.
It's gonna be a freaking outro now.
That's our outro.
Great. Bella! Bella, say hi! Say hi! Yeah, okay. Come here.
Do your fly.
She ain't having it right now. Okay.
Okay, that was it.
Whatever.
Goodbye.
Dog. Bye.
Next time.